This morning I'm going to tape and clean down here. There's not a whole lot to clean here. There's like a tiny bit over on this corner. But part of that is I had to move all this stuff over into the next room so I can get to this. So I have two it's half-inch, two half-inch piece of ply here. And I want to use it to kind of pull, not necessarily pull, but stabilize this section of wall. So in doing that, I'd like to put those up first so that I get it done with. So I'm going to do from this point over. So that's going to be the first bit I do this morning, is put that in place and attach. The whole area is prepped now. So I removed everything. I made a nice little boardwalk over here, put all the wood over here with the sheet. I also connected this wall to the outer wall. And I'm going to now start cleaning up this entire area. So down through here, it's not as bad as yesterday, so it hopefully won't take me the whole day. Back here is pretty bad, but I've also got the vacuum too. So what I'm gonna do now, get the vacuum, start cleaning, and we'll see how long that takes, and then I'll do some taping as well. Gotta get my respirator on because it's gonna be dust. That was a lot quicker than yesterday. I got it all taped up, so all the seams are taped. I still do need to clean it a bit better, so I'm gonna take a break. When I come back, I'll sweep it all, and I'll vacuum up the last of it. And that will be all this cleaned. There's like a big pile of it there, but all this cleaned. And once this is all cleaned, I'm gonna come over here and start moving everything out of here into one of the other rooms, and then clean and sweep through here as well as taping up all the seams. Tomorrow, I'll be coming in here and moving everything out. And this one might be a very long one again, just because of how dirty it is underneath here. But I'm gonna have a break now, and I'll come back and I'll start taping up these seams once I clean out the space. And hopefully it won't take me as long in here either, because it's nice and clean. I finished this room, so everything's taped, everything's vacuumed, everything's cleaned, and I've moved everything from this room back that way. So now I have to clean this all up. So first I'm gonna release the wires from these blocks that they're stuck in. So I never ended up doing that. So I'll do that now. There's one here, one back there. So I'll do that, and then I'll start just cleaning everything. I am done for now. The boys are gonna be here in like 5 minutes, but I did tape all of this. I also got all the junk out of the little recess for the down pipe, the sewage pipe. I still need to vacuum all along the sill, and I still need to vacuum the tops of all these bits of lumber, and I need a sweep, but that'll only take me about probably 15-20 minutes tomorrow. So then this section will be done, and then I think tomorrow I might put in a window, but then this section still needs to be done. This one is probably the worst. Might not be as many bags as over there, but there's pieces that need to go in, and there's tons and tons of debris down there, so that one will take a while. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna replace that window today, the one right there. I'm all set up here, so I have all the tools I need, but I had to go outside. I had to take the trim off so that I can actually access the full window. Once I get the trim off, I'll come back in, I'll cut these apart, bring them inside, frame up new for around the window, and then I had to go downstairs and get some plywood, and then I'll trim out the sides to bring in the window a bit to fit this opening, Tyvek it, tape it, that goes in, and I'm gonna have to take the sash and screen off to make it a little lighter so I can actually do this myself. Anyway, I am just in the middle of doing the framing out of the window, nice and big opening. All the scrap bits from ripping it out are here and here. I'm just going to frame up the kind of squeeze portion of the window, and then I'll just bring it up to whatever the opening is, which probably will only be a few inches off of the sill plate currently. Once I do that, I'm going to go find some wood that I can cut to be either side of the window, and then I can start Tyvecking everything, which is good. And then once Tyveked, this can go. I finally finished the framing, so that's all done. Now I had to go downstairs and find sheathing that will fit here and here and there. So I'm gonna go measure some things and see if I can find stuff. I have the opening now sheathed. I just now have to go out, do the tie par, the house wrap, tape it, and then I can actually take that out and install it. So I'm very close to being done now. I am done. So this room's a mess, but it's the weekend. I don't bother cleaning it up after myself. I'll clean it up on Monday. But we've got the new window, opens nicely, shuts nicely. So I'll show you from the outside too, but that's that done, which is great. That's the window from the outside, all done. I'm gonna attempt dump runs again today. So here's a full load. I've also got all this glass, that wood there. This wood I'm probably gonna move to the back there. I've also got this load, and that load there. So we'll see how far we can get today. Hopefully it can be a whole day of dump runs because I do feel a little stuffy. All right, this is load number 3. All I have after this is the glass and some of the wood over there. I got this pile gone, and I just have the door over here. I also had to clean up my mess from the weekend when I was putting in that window, but I'll do that. It's run for the day. It's all the glass and the doors and everything. And once I'm done this, the boys will probably be home, so I'll have to be done at that point. But I cleaned up most of the yard, and the bedroom isn't clean, but you know, some windows are gone. So that's good. I'll actually clean it. It's a pretty wet, dark, and damp day today, but my goal for right now is just to give this one sweep, clean up what's left in here, and then I'm going to move on to this room in here and clean up down below. After I get all that done, I will go upstairs and I will finish off cleaning up my mess from when I installed the window. I already started working in here, so I've cleaned out a bunch of the junk already, and I've moved some of the sheets of stable edge out. So I'm just starting to tape. I taped up a seam here and along the back, but there's these large sections, so I'm taking the vacuum and taking the tuck tape and the vapor barrier and just filling in some of the spots here, and I'll bring it back once I've cleaned. I have the entire base all taped and cleaned, and I even cleaned up the stairs. So next is to clean up the room that I left messy on Saturday.